Hello and welcome back. How's everybody doing? So today's video is on first dates. What do you do when you finally get that first date? What is and isn't appropriate? How should you treat a lady? How should you not? All that great stuff. So first of all, we have to assume that you got a first date. So in my previous video, I was actually doing a response on flirting. And we talked about that a little bit. So you want to make sure that you get a date, say somewhere like at a coffee shop or at a mall or bookstore, somewhere where there's a lot of people, where the other person's going to feel comfortable, and where they can leave at any moment's notice. So on a first date, it's very important that that you show an interest in the other person. Don't just talk about yourself nonstop. Because you talk about yourself nonstop, they're going to think you're egotistical or entirely into yourself and don't care about them, that you're not really into them. So you want to show an interest into them, ask questions about them, but don't ask crazy questions, about them. What would be a crazy question? That's a, don't ask if, I don't know, if they try eating a computer chip. I have no idea where that came from, but don't ask something that seems off the wall. And by the same token, don't say something that might be off the wall to them until you get to know them better and they get to know you better. So don't say, I'm an alien from the planet blah blah blah. Don't say crazy stuff, because that's going to scare them away and you're never going to get a girlfriend again, or a girlfriend period. So don't say crazy stuff. By the same token, you also, aside from showing an interest by engaging the person that you're talking to, by asking questions, there's a couple other things you can do. For instance, you can when you first meet someone, if there's you can offer the chair for them. You can pull out the chair for them. That way it's a nice gesture, very chivalrous, shows that you have manners. Opening doors, it's a very very nice gesture as well. On a first date, unless you've really got to know the person really well, I don't recommend getting all really romantic either. Don't propose to the person on a first date or tell them that you love them or bring a bouquet of roses, because that will probably freak them out, to say the least. I actually one time, I don't know how to quite put this, but one time many years ago, I met the girl and then we went on our first date and I brought a whole bouquet of flowers. Yeah, that wasn't such a great idea. So don't do crazy stuff like that until you get to know the person really well. And after the first date, you want to set up another date if you really like the person, and probably keep it pretty casual, but maybe a little less casual. If you feel really adventurous, maybe picnic, maybe say that for a third date. Maybe hanging out somewhere, going to a museum or something, but keep that for a second date, not a first date. At least not unless you really know the person ahead of time, like maybe this is someone that you've been meeting at an activity or something for a while. But generally, if you just met the person, you want to keep, ask them out to somewhere simple. For you ladies that watch my channel, what do you do when you're on that first date? Say a guy's asked you out on your first date. You wanna be cautious. Don't go anywhere with that person. Don't. If the person starts to say creepy things, you have the right to end the date. And be careful. Be cautious. Of the guys. Because some guys don't have the best intentions, unfortunately. And so you want to keep your guard up in that regard. And same rules apply. Ask questions, let the person ask you questions. So really that's what I mostly have to say today regarding first dates. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to ask them, and that's it. And I wish everybody an awesome day of awesomeness. Thank you.